Welcome to this deep dive into ultra-scalable system design. As a digital entrepreneur, your back-end performance is the backbone of your remote business. Today, we focus on a critical Linux kernel parameter, vm.swappiness. Understanding how your server handles memory can be the difference between a lightning-fast application and a sluggish user experience. Swap space is an area on a hard drive that is used when the amount of physical RAM is full. However, using disk space as memory is significantly slower. By the end of this session, you will know how to tune your servers to prioritize high-speed RAM and maximize your hardware investment.
To scale effectively, you must understand the hardware hierarchy. Physical RAM is orders of magnitude faster than even the quickest NVMe SSDs. When a Linux kernel moves data from RAM to swap, it is performing a process called paging. While this prevents the system from crashing when memory is full, it introduces disk I/O latency. For high-performance server workloads, we want to stay in RAM as much as possible. A well-tuned system only uses swap as a safety net, not as an extension of active memory. Reducing reliance on swap is key to maintaining consistent response times for your customers.
The kernel parameter vm.swappiness is a value between 0 and 100. This number tells the Linux kernel how aggressively it should swap data out of physical memory to the swap partition. A value of 0 tells the kernel to avoid swapping as much as possible, while a value of 100 tells the kernel to aggressively swap out idle processes to keep the file system cache large. For digital entrepreneurs running web servers or databases, the default settings are often suboptimal. We need to find the balance that keeps our applications responsive while ensuring the system remains stable under load. Most Linux distributions, like Ubuntu or CentOS, come with the default vm.swappiness value of 60. This value is generally optimized for desktop use, where you want the UI to remain snappy even if background processes are moved to disk. However, on a server, a value of 60 can be detrimental. It might cause the kernel to swap out parts of your application code, even when there is plenty of RAM available, leading to lag spikes when that code is needed again. For a scalable system, we want our active application threads to stay in the fastest memory tier possible. For modern server workloads, especially databases like MySQL or caching layers like Redis, a swappiness value of 10 is often considered the sweet spot. Setting vm.swappiness to 10 tells the kernel, use all available RAM first and only move to swap when absolutely necessary. This ensures that your active application data stays in memory, providing the lowest possible latency. In some ultra-low latency environments, engineers even drop this to 1. By making this simple change, you can often see a measurable decrease in I/O wait times and an increase in overall request per second capacity. Before making changes, you need to know your current configuration. You can check your swappiness value using the command line. Use cat/proc/sys/vm/swappiness or sysctl vm.swappiness. Additionally, use the free -m command to see how much swap is currently being used. If you see high swap usage despite having free RAM, it's a clear sign that your swappiness value is too high for your workload. Monitoring these metrics is a routine task for any entrepreneur managing their own scalable infrastructure. Tuning the value is straightforward. To change it temporarily for testing, you can use the syscontrol command, sudo syscontrol vm.swappiness = 10. This takes effect immediately without a reboot. However, this change will be lost if the server restarts. To make it permanent, you must edit the etc syscontrol.com file, add the line vm.swappiness = 10 to the bottom of the file. This ensures that every time your server boots up, it is pre-configured for maximum performance. This level of control is what allows remote businesses to run lean, high-performance operations on modest hardware. You might be tempted to set swappiness to 0 or disable swap entirely. Be careful. Setting swappiness to 0 doesn't totally disable swapping in newer kernels, but it makes it extremely unlikely. If your system truly runs out of memory and has no swap to turn to, the Linux out-of-memory killer will activate. It will start force-closing processes to save the system, and it usually picks your most memory-intensive process, which is likely your web server or database.
Keeping a small amount of swap with a low swappiness value provides a buffer that can save your system from a hard crash during unexpected traffic spikes. Let's look at the business impact. For a SaaS founder, server latency directly correlates to user retention. By tuning vm.swappiness to 10, you reduce the tail latency, those occasional slow requests that frustrate users. In a cluster of 10 servers, this optimization could allow you to handle 15–20% more concurrent users on the same hardware. This is the essence of ultra-scalable design, squeezing every bit of performance out of your existing resources before spending more on upgraded instances. It's a strategy that favors technical intelligence over brute force spending.
To wrap up, optimizing swap is a low-effort, high-reward task for any digital entrepreneur. Start by checking your current value. If it's at 60, test a move to 10 or even 5. Monitor your free-m output to ensure you aren't hitting the OOM killer. Finally, make your changes permanent in syscontrol.com. Mastering these kernel-level tweaks gives you a competitive edge in system reliability and cost management. Thank you for joining this session on ultra-scalable system design. Go forth and optimize your infrastructure for the remote work era.